I guess on my hair, she look all right. And with that actually sitting there like this creams, and I had to have them, sis. All 5 of them. Here, I just had, we're gonna discontinue it, but I had to pick up their book of shadows, honey. Color grade makes cheap fan, expensive breeze, good times. Wow, so serious. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Torrence here, and in today's video I want to start things off by saying, first off, happy Black History Month, honey. We done made it to another one. Second of all, this month here for February, my brother's birthday. Had to spend time with him. He came back from the military for just a small time because he will be heading back out. With his birthday being here this month, I had to spend time with him. My youngest aunt's birthday was this month, and my baby Rihanna. Rihanna Fenty. Honey, my wife, I absolutely love Rihanna. Like, you all think I love makeup. I like makeup. I love Rihanna. And when I found out she was dropping her own beauty brand, there was no way you could... Just part of my collection is this picture right here. Y'all know I keep a lot of my makeup organized by brand. And when it comes to Fenty Beauty, I've just had a love of collecting some of everything they've launched. I'm not going to sit here and lie and tell y'all I have everything, because that just would not be true. Like things like their Diamond Bombs, have them all. Gloss Bombs, have all of them except the heat versions. I'm just someone who just does not enjoy a plumping gloss. It burns, it stings, it itches. So I've just decided not to even try those formulas. If Fenty Beauty decide they want to send them to me, I promise you I'll take them and try them then. But spending my own coin, I'm just too scared of it. And today, to celebrate Rihanna's birthday, as you all can see, I am feeling and looking fabulous. This is a full face of Fenty Beauty. And I don't think I've ever done a Fenty Beauty routine before. I'm someone who loves Rihanna. And I'm telling y'all, I got so much of my Fenty Beauty stuff just sitting right here. I just was going through things. Some things you can still get, some things you can't. But when I think of Rihanna, I first just think of the woman I love. Like, that is my boo, that is my bae. I absolutely, everything about her is amazing. The music, the fashion, the personality, she's amazing. The thing is, the two features that stand out the absolute most to me whenever I look into Rihanna's eyes are, one, her green eyes. And usually she has a new lip, but her red lip is what's most iconic to me. So this is the type of look I wanted to pull off. I wanted to try to use all Fenty Beauty. My brushes may not have did that, because although I have Fenty Beauty brushes, I don't want y'all trying to come for me. I don't like getting my Fenty Beauty, I don't know why I keep saying Fenty Beauty. Fenty Beauty brushes dirty, honey. I like to keep them to the side as display pieces for me. That's the way I like to have them. But tell me, to celebrate Rihanna announcing finally, we got a baby on the way, honey. She is turning 34 today, but when she was 33, she announced, honey, her and A$AP Rocky is expecting their first bundle of joy, and I just can't wait. I cannot wait, honey. I don't care if it's a boy or a girl. I don't care if it's twins, triplets, quadruplets. Long as they healthy and happy, I'm good. The rest does not matter. But if we just had to put our opinion out there, Torrence, do you want a little boy or a little girl? The idea of having a little girl that looks like Rob, then it could be daddy's little girl so A$AP could spoil her rotten. I would just be too thrilled to have a young lady that could be the newest and youngest face of Fenty Beauty. I'm getting excited, y'all. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to cut this here right here, because I want to show you all exactly how we achieve this look. If you all are new to the channel, I will love it if you hit subscribe. If you're returning to the channel, I want you to please go ahead, give this video a thumbs up. Also, leave me a comment down below if you have any of these products, or if you would like to see other tutorials like this, because I have a very extensive Fenty Beauty collection, but just makeup in general. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this tutorial and make sure you all head over to the Fenty Beauty and Rihanna Instagram page and make sure you wish Rihanna a happy 34th birthday. 2022, honey baby, this is your year, and the entire Navy, not only just Detroit Navy, we are here to love and support you and A$AP Rocky. So congratulations on the bundle of joy. Happy 34th birthday, and honey, check out this look and let me know how you feel about it in the DMs, because you know I'm going to DM you today. Before we get started, I want to make sure I clear two things. First, I know I told you all this will be a full face of Fenty Beauty, but one thing I got to get out of the way is I am not a fan of using my Fenty Beauty brushes. I love them. You see I got the sponge in there and everything. These are some of my favorites that I keep on display. The thing is, I think the Fenty Beauty brushes are so pretty that I do not use them. I just keep them as display pieces. So I'm going to be using my regular brushes. Another thing is, not going to be able to use the Icon lipstick because this here is the bullet. I'm going to wait until the case comes. I ordered a custom engraved case and I want to use those together. I don't want to show you what this looks like without it. So we're going to hold that off, but I have plenty of other stuff, as you saw what the final look looks like. So we're going to go ahead, jump straight into this. As with all tutorials, all tools and products used will be in the description bar below. I'm not sure if I said that, but we're going to go ahead and jump into this. And first thing first, eyebrows. Fenty Beauty Brow MVP Dark Brown. We're going to go ahead and use that to fill in our brows. I'm going to grab my little mirror here. And it's probably going to be some jump cuts because, honey, we don't have time to sit here and do this all in detail, every little step. But I'm just basically going to give myself a comb through brow. Once again, there is a brush on this side, but I don't like to use those brushes. I like to save my Fenty brushes. So we're just going to come in from the bottom. And I personally like to put more emphasis on filling in the bottom of the brow than I do on the top. It just gives me a much more natural look. But if you see any sparse areas like right here on my tail, you can go ahead and fill her in. Then we're just going to seal those in place with our Brow MVP Sculpting Brow Wax Pencil and Styler. I'm just going to use the wax on one side. We're just going to barely use this to sweep it right across the top, and then we'll use a spoolie to brush that through. I remember this is the browning wax I used when I went skydiving. Baby, she held in place amazingly. I'm going to spoolie those through. Now we're going to take the Pro Filter Amplifying Eye Primer in a Visit Pink. We're going to use this because, baby, I got to go in for some glam for Rihanna's birthday. And I'm just going to swipe this across both lids. And then I'm going to use a second brush to spread that out. And we're going to use this to make sure we have a nice even layer of primer down. And to set our eye primer, we're going to use the Invisimatte blotting powder. I still think this is the cutest little clutch ever. I wish it came with a small little strap so you can carry it like a little purse. But we're just going to use that and a little bit of this powder. She looks white in the pan, but she comes off as completely clear and translucent. We don't want to have too much on, so we're just going to dust a lot of that off. And just sweep this in place just to set that. For eyeshadow, I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use. At first, she came out with the number 7. I was born on the 7th, so I wanted to use this one because it has some greens, but this is much more neutral green, and I'm like, I need a little bit more than that, sis. Then they came out with Perfect number 10, a more vibrant package. Honey, look. This is exactly what we're looking for. Because I'm going for the drama, honey, we're going to start things off with palette number 10. And this shade here, Time is Money. And we're going to use that as a transition shade. Now we're going to switch over to palette number 7 and use this dark matte shade here, Glamo Camo. This shade is much deeper, so we're going to try to start as low in the crease as we possibly can and build up to a deeper color. We don't want this to take over, but because I have hooded eyes, I do want depth and dimension in my crease. Okay, next I need to go ahead, cut my crease, things like that, but I don't believe Rihanna and them have an actual eye adhesive. Wait. Fenty eye primer. I almost forgot. I was about to cut my crease with something else, and I'm like, Torrence, they don't have nothing you can use. Fenty has their own eye primer. So we're going to go ahead, swap a couple of dips of this onto the back of my hand, and then use that to cut our crease. Thought I was going to have to resort to another brand, but no ma'am. And because I want this to be an adhesive for my shimmer shades, I'm going to layer it rather thick and hope that that extra moisture helps product adhere. Not really worried about it being precise, but I do need to make sure my entire lid is covered. And for our lids, we're going to go back into palette number 10 and get this middle shade here, Need Receipts. We're going to use this to cover the entire lid. And we're going to pack this on, baby. Putting that right there in the center almost has me thinking, do we have enough room to put other shades down? You know what? That's what we're going to do. I was going to put this across the entire lid, but we're going to leave this right here in just the center and put some more shades down. Come on through. We're going to stick with palette number 10, and for our inner and outer lids, we're going to go to this shade here, Fat Pockets. And we're going to just take this and press that over the inner and outer corners, leaving that center bare. And baby, when I tell you, this combo is coming out prettier than I thought it would. Oh yeah, I want just a little bit more right here at the top. Oh yes, sis. And just to make sure things are a little even, I'm going to go back in with Need Receipts and widen this side just because I took it over a little far and she doesn't seem to be quite as wide as the other side. Oh, now I need a little on this side. Alright you guys, it appears that's all we're going to be able to do to the eyes right now. Time to go ahead and get on the face. We can always come back, finish off our lower lash line, but I've always wanted to try this primer here. The Soft Silk Pro Filter primer. I have their original mattifying one in the full size, but I've always wanted to try this one, and that's why I have it in this mini size before I got the full size. Just in case I didn't like it, I didn't have to waste an entire bottle of product. And already I am just looking at this and I can already tell that the formula of this one smells better to me. And it seems like it's much more of a water-based formula than their original primer. And even though I absolutely love mattifying bases, I still like a normal to hydrating primer. Not the biggest fan of mattifying ones. And we're going to rub this all the way underneath the eyes because it's not drying. It's actually producing a beautiful glow, honey. Look at the way my skin is not beaming and shining on camera. Come through. Foundation today will be the infamous Pro Filter Foundation. This is the Soft Matte Long Wear Foundation. I wear the shade 345. I believe Rihanna wears the shade 330, so she is a little deeper than I am. Make sure I already shook this up. And I keep trying to tell myself, Torrence, do not go for full coverage, but it's my baby's birthday and I ain't gonna promise you nothing. We just gonna promise we're gonna blend this out. But as you can see, baby, just those marks right there let you know I ain't playing with you. This is matte. This is, I believe you can build this up to full coverage, no doubt about it. But I don't think she just starts off there. I think she starts off more as a medium. And I have absolutely put too much product on my hand. Ain't no way in the world we're going through all of that. So we're going to blend this out. Yes, sis. I think Anybody watching this video can look and tell I woke up and chose violence today, because whether you know about makeup or not, you could tell that is a full coverage look. And unfortunately, when you go full coverage, you tend to flatten out the face. So we got to go back in and add some of these features back to our face. Sis, we already here going for the glam. Might as well keep it going. Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer. Got this in the shade 290 because I really like a bright under eye. I'm not that, oh, go for the same shade that match your complexion. No. Brighten, highlight. So we want a little bit right here, just to make sure we get that color correction, and then we want most of that right here on the outer end of the eye. I'm not really worried about it getting exact and precise, but we want to make sure that's where everything cleans up. We're just going to go ahead and get in there. And baby, as you can see, that is a bright concealer. But we're going to use the same one to highlight the rest of the face, because, honey, the under eyes aren't the only area that are important. And I have several different shades of the Fenty setting powder. Butter would probably be something I would use if I want a really brightening effect, but this is going to be way too light for today. Oop, almost dropped on it. Normally, banana could get something going for us, so what we're going to probably use is shade Banana underneath the eyes, and then we're probably going to use shade 5 Honey all over the face. And now we're just going to also set the other highlighted areas of the face just to give me a little more brightening. If I were to go for a much more natural look, I could just use honey all over the face. But I really want that highlighted glow. You see just how bright that under eye looks, honey. Whether you want to go natural or full coverage, Fenty has you covered, honey. And now I want to set the darker areas of my face with the honey powder. We want just enough to set the face, no baking, nothing that we need to dust off. And even though we don't need it, honey, I truly understand. I want to go in with my Sunstarker bronzer. This is in the shade Caramel Cutie, which I am, hunty. But I want to give myself just a little more definition. So I'm going to contour my nose at the tips just a little bit, maybe also right here at the edge. And then we're going to go around and give ourselves a little bronze glow, because it may be winter here in Michigan, but Rihanna got me feeling glowy. So we're just going to take a small brush and the tiniest amount, honey. I know many people may consider this step unnecessary, but for me, it just gives me that extra little glow. Like right here at the tips of my nose is where it bulges, and right here, if I just hit those two spots, I notice that I get a much more defined look to my nose. So we're not going to spend the day right here just contouring or anything, but we did want to go in and add just that little bit of color there. Bam, that's enough. Gonna take this large fluffy brush, and I'm going to slightly and lightly tap into this, because we don't need much, honey. I just want to make sure I bring a little life and a little color back to the face, especially right here around the cheek area. I'm going to start sweeping this up, back, and around. I just want to make sure there is no harsh line from where my highlighting concealer starts and my complexion product ends and starts. So just gonna go in with a little bit of this bronzer and make sure our skin and our complexion has some color to her. For blush, we're gonna go into this shade here, Ginger Binge. She's been my favorite blush from Fenty Beauty since they've launched the line. Just can't get enough of her. Look at that subtle pink glow that it gives. It's almost like a highlighting blush. For highlighter, we're going to use the Fairy Bomb Shimmer Powder in 24 Cray. My favorite highlighter from Fenty Beauty, honey. She is stunning. She is loose powder, honey, so you might want to go in real slow and real careful. But I love her, and I'm about to go in and load her up. You ain't even got to ask twice. Look at this cheek, y'all. Watch this. Look at this highlighter. Oh, my seriousness, honey. I'm putting too much on because I am loving the glow already. Got to go in and buff this out because I just slapped it straight on, honey. But she is so gorgeous. She will blend. I almost forgot we have to finish off our lower lash line. What I want to do is just take the same two matte shades and smoke those out on the lower lash line with two pencil brushes. So we're going to take a larger brush and Time is Money. Smoke that out first. Then we're going to go into Glamo Camo with a smaller brush and use that to get that closer to the lash line. Baby, you can always see how that first color comes through and just shine for you. I love using different sizes of pencil brushes to give me that gradient color. We haven't even gone in and deepened things up, but I can already see that green smoke on the lower half to match that top half. So let's go ahead, get this Glamo Camo on a smaller brush. And because this shade is so much more darker, we want to knock off as much as possible because we can always come back and add more. Start on the outer half, get as close to that lash line, and blend and build slowly, honey. You do not want to risk messing this up with a color this dark underneath the eye. Baby, look at her looking fabulous. What haven't we done? Mascara, honey. Fenty Beauty, what are you called? The Full Frontal Volume Lift and Curl Mascara, and cause I'm black, got to get her top and bottom lashes. Let's go ahead. Where's my mirror? Because you know I got to get close with this one. Every time I keep saying, Torrence, you done, you done, you done, I'm just not realizing. 2 last steps. Technically 3. First, we need to highlight our inner corner and our brow bone, honey. And we ain't did that. So we're going to come back to palette number 7. Grab this first shade here, Money Mission. This is the brightest shimmer of them all. We're going to use that to highlight our inner corner and our brow bone. So let me get to that first. Let's get her popping. Sis, y'all already know how I'm feeling about that. Y'all know I love me a beaming inner corner highlight. She did not come to disappoint, and I'm glad I saved her instead of using her on the lid. And we're going to use whatever's left and just feather that right underneath the brow. And she has like a slight greenish gold shimmer to her. That is beautiful. Next step, honey, y'all know I am not the biggest fan of red lips. They scare me. But Rihanna is renowned for her gorgeous green eyes and red lipstick. So we're going to go ahead and give ourselves a little dose of Rihanna's beauty by using this Fenty Beauty in the shade Uncensored. Baby, this red here does not come to play. So let me get my mirror up close now. Because once I put it on, I ain't going to be able to mess up. We're going to start off with lining our lips, then filling them in. Actually, let me put this bottle down. I don't even want a wrist dropper now. Alright, you guys, I did not get that thing as precise as I wanted to because it's been a minute since I did liquid lipsticks. Usually I'm a liner bullet lipstick type, but tell me this don't got the pearly whites looking even shinier than ever. Right after I said that, I got some on my teeth. I was literally about to brag about how I didn't get none on my teeth during application. Got some as soon as I started talking, but alright, and the last thing to do, this time I really mean it, the last thing to do is to set everything. This is the Baby What It Do travel size spray. I already had a different one, but I wanted to try this in the miniature before I got this in the full size to make sure I like it. I'm trying to find me a fan right now. And I just realized I don't even have a phrase for this one, so we're going to say Fenty Beauty, so she'll be heavy duty. And we're going to spray this Okay, honey, when I tell you the mister on this is micro fine, like I'm spraying this literally, and I don't even think the camera's picking up on how fine that mist is. Like my eyes are open, and this is not bothering me. I'm not even sure if I even need a fan for that. Y'all see? Look at, like I am layering these sprays because it's so micro fine. I don't even think I need a fan. Like y'all see this dude. Normally I come through, you know, cheap fan, expensive. Look at the glow. Yeah, if you haven't already guessed, I will be going to get a full size of this. Baby, what it do? She fabulous, but honey, I hope y'all truly did enjoy this look here. This is my Fenty Beauty full face. The only thing I can say that I really wish that could make this look, you know, take it even a step further is one, me having the guts to go ahead and use those brushes, and two, them just coming out with lip liners. Other than that, seem like the brand got it all down because, honey, I am feeling this look. All right, you guys, this is the end of today's video. I know I did not give you all swatches of anything because this was not necessarily a dedicated tutorial on any particular product. This was just a full get ready with me. I just wanted to celebrate the success of Fenty Beauty, celebrate the new bundle of joy Rihanna has on the way, my love and support of Rihanna and her career, whether she wants to do acting, music, makeup, honey, baby, you know I am here for you. Next time you come to Michigan, you know once again we got to hang out, but I got to hurry up and get pictures of this because once y'all see this online, y'all gonna be like, oh, sis, you got to tell me what brand that is. I can't wait for you all to see it. I might be able to post a sneak peek of this to see if y'all can guess it before I actually let y'all know what brand it is. But if we can't, we're not gonna stress ourselves out over it. But with nothing else, I hope you all remember to practice, continue to stay blessed, and until next time, goodbye, YouTube.